Hey guys, this is Spooky Squid. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are doing the beauty consumer tag. This tag was started off by 90s Love Child. I will link her YouTube down below if you're interested in seeing hers as well. So let's get started. So if you do like this look today, I will link up the video up here or one or the others. It'll be linked up here. Please feel free to take a look. Okay, let's get started on the beauty consumer tag. So the first question is, how much do you spend on makeup a month, a year? I don't know. I don't keep my receipts because I think I don't know how I'd react to that. I really don't want to know. I am a VIB, not Rouge at Sephora. I used to be, but I don't spend as much money at Sephora as I used to, which is probably a good thing, but I do spend more on indie brands and like Beautylish, places like that. We don't have Ulta, so I don't know that we have a Shoppers, but it's mostly like, I don't know, like drugstore brands, so I don't really shop there much. Yeah, probably a lot though. My fiance's just laughing at me. Do you ever feel guilty about how much you spend on makeup? Not really. I use most of it. Like most of the stuff that I buy, I use. If I don't use it, I end up passing it along to someone else who will use it. I used to buy a lot more when I first started, and now I'm just kind of like, you know, if there's an eyeshadow palette I like, if there's a highlighter I like, but I don't really spend a lot of money on like basic stuff like foundation, concealer. I have my favorites and I kind of stick with them. That being said, I don't know. I don't really feel guilty. No. Do you get FOMO related to makeup releases? FOMO, fear of missing out. I used to, when they came out with like collections, like the Peach thing by Too Faced, I bought the palette and I kind of had that fear of missing out on the other stuff. I think I bought like one of their blushes and I ended up decluttering it really quickly because I didn't like it. So that was a purchase based on FOMO. All right. Do you purchase or keep items simply because they are limited edition? Yes. I have a bunch of old Jeffree Star lipsticks from his first Christmas release and I can't use them anymore. They're like all chunky and gross and I just don't want to throw them out because they're like the first lipsticks that I bought, well, maybe not the first ones, but the first lipsticks that I bought that got me into makeup. So I kind of have like a sentimental attachment to it. It's not really because they're limited edition, but kind of. That's a hard question. Would you be willing to pay more money for a sold out product online? Nope. Never have done that. If it's out, it's out. There's always more. Like sometimes I miss out and I get a little sad and then I think of like all the other stuff that's going to be out. Like maybe there'll be something better, maybe there'll be something similar. And I found out like when the Modern Renaissance palette came out, like everyone came out with a warm tone, like neutrals palette. And then there was that craze, I think last winter, where everyone came out with a blue shade palette. So it's not like if something's going to be like out of stock, there's going to be something else similar and probably like around the same quality. So I don't really, no, that's just, I understand why people do that, but it's not something that I would do. Do you wish you could spend more or less? I'm actually pretty happy with how I'm spending right now. I used to tell myself like I wish I could spend less, but I think I'm where I want to be right now, and I'm really okay with it. Do you feel compelled to buy something when you see it in someone else's collection? Absolutely. I'm like, oh, my friend will be like, oh, I bought this palette, you should buy it. And I'm like, you're right, I should buy it. And that's how I ended up with like a bunch of palettes that actually some of them I really love. That's how I bought Modern Renaissance, was because my friend bought it and she's like, you should get it. It's like the best thing ever. And at the time, it certainly was. Do you buy more during the holidays? I buy less. Like I'm focused on like buying Christmas presents, and I don't really like holiday releases. I feel like it's just an excuse for brands to like, I think like Too Faced does it. They'll have like their holiday release and everything is like, the quality is very subpar. And I find like all of the makeup released during the holidays, they all kind of look the same year after year. So it's not really tempting. Usually it's just boring stuff that meh. So no, I don't really spend a lot. Like sometimes during Black Friday if there's a sale, but that's about it. Have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends? No, I don't think so. Sometimes like I order stuff and then I realize like, oh shit, I ordered a lot. But I can't really hide my makeup purchases because my fiance's always like checking out like what we got in the mail. So even if I wanted to, I don't think I could, but it's not something I would do. Like, usually he psychs me up. He's like, oh, cool, what did you get? What did you get this time? Like, even when I go to Sephora and he's, like, somewhere else and I come back with a bag and he's like, oh, what did you get? What did you get? Like, he's great. Do you have more than 10 products in your collection that you have not used in over a month? Ha. Yes, I definitely do. I did a declutter a while back, but there's still a lot of palettes that probably I haven't touched in like over 6 months, but sometimes I'll like try to go through stuff, so like it could take like a couple more months and then I'll finally use it, or like I just don't want to get rid of it because I don't know, whatever reason, XY reason. I have a lot of palettes, so it's hard to like go through them like every month. So have you ever been pressured to purchase something you could not afford or did not need? I don't think so. No, not really. I'm not much for like luxury makeup brands. Like I like what I like I said. And if it's a little bit more expensive, like I was really, really tempted to buy the Star Wars collections from Pat McGrath just because it was Star Wars. And one of my friends bought it and I was like, oh, maybe I should. But I ended up not, because you had to like order it on her website. And a lot of times that's like a deal breaker for me because I live in Canada and everything is more expensive to get shipped here. So I passed on that, but the packaging was really cute. Oh well, I just wanted it because it was Star Wars. If it was like any other packaging, I probably wouldn't have even batted an eye, so I just passed. Do you purchase makeup for collector reasons? Kind of. Like, there's a couple new brands that I've tried recently, and now I just kind of want like everything from them just because the quality is so good and they have cute packaging and it's, yeah, so yeah, I do kind of. In your makeup journey, have you become less or more consumeristic? That's a loaded question. Probably. That's a really hard question. I think so, but I'm more like, I used to just buy stuff because they came out and not really think about if the quality was good or if I'd like it or not. It was just like, oh, new palette, I'm gonna buy it because, you know, it's a new palette. And I feel like I think more about my purchases. I'm not like just like, oh, I see something on Trend and I immediately buy it. I kind of think about it for a while before I purchase it. I make more conscious purchases, if that makes sense. I still buy a lot of makeup, but I mean, it's just like, that's what I like. And everyone has something they like, so. And we live in a consumerist society. It's really hard not to do that, so. Yeah. So that was the beauty consumer tag. There's a few other creators on YouTube that have done this, actually a lot. It's quite a popular tag. So yeah, and like I said at the beginning, it was started off by 90s Love Child, and I will link her YouTube down below. If you do have any other questions, or if you want to do the beauty consumer tag, let me know in the comments and I'll check it out. Thanks. Bye.